Welcome to the 29th episode of the Can Learn Library here at the North Battleford Library. I'm going to read to you from a clipboard because what I'd like to say, I didn't have time to memorize it, so I hope you're okay with that. According to food historian, Babson College professor, and author of Hog and Hominy, Soul Food from Africa to America, Frederick Opie has this to say. Colonists referred to rum as grog. Bartenders served rum in small wooden carved mugs called noggins. Thus the drink eventually became grog and over time eggnog. Also according to the same fellow, eggnog has its roots in British aristocracy. In the winter, the wealthy would drink warm milk and egg beverages seasoned with pricey spices such as ground nutmeg and cinnamon and expensive liqueurs like brandy and sherry to keep it from spoiling. When the drink passed to America, rum was used. During the American Revolution, Opie explains, rum was replaced with moonshine since supplies of rum from the Caribbean were low. That scarcity could account for eggnog's designation as a special occasion only drink. The first recorded eggnog recipe dates back to 1775 and it called for rum. These days, most of us find the drink conveniently stocked in our supermarkets. If you haven't guessed already, what we're going to make tonight is homemade eggnog. And there are so many different recipes out there. This one interested me because you actually heat the milk and cream. So without further ado, I will give you the ingredients you will need to make homemade eggnog. These are the ingredients you will need. 2 cups of whole milk, 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, 2 cinnamon sticks, a teaspoon of vanilla, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, a pinch of salt, 6 large egg yolks, a half a cup of granulated sugar. Now we come to the optional thing. 1/2 to 1.5 cups of rum brandy or bourbon, and that of course is optional, and a few grains of or a little bit of nutmeg for garnish. So now we'll put it all together and make some eggnog. Okay, so in a saucepan over medium-high heat, we're going to combine our cream and our milk, our cinnamon sticks, I've got the cream here, there's the cream, okay, our nutmeg, cinnamon sticks, can't forget our vanilla. So we'll do our vanilla. There we go. And a pinch of salt. Now we're going to stir often until the mixture reaches a boil, and then remove from heat and allow it to steep as you whip the eggs. So we just need a pinch of salt. There we go. So I am going to bring this to a boil, and this is always tricky with milk, so I'm going to keep stirring, and I will come back when I have removed it from the heat. Okay, we're going to take our sugar now and add it to our egg yolks, and using a mixer, I am going to beat it until light and creamy. And it says here that thick ribbons will form when the mixture is lifted from the bowl. So then we will know that it's ready. And to avoid the noise, I will just shut this off till I get it and show you what that looks like, the ribbon like. Now I've beat it till it's light and frothy, and I'm hoping that you can kind of see what I mean by the ribbony. You see how that's ribbony? Okay. Okay, now comes the difficult part, which is we're going to slowly, and I think before I go any further, I'm going to take out my 2 cinnamon sticks because I've got to whisk this together, and there is no way that that is going to whisk into it. So we'll just take them out, and a little bit at a time, we're going to whisk this into here. So hopefully I can do this without too much. Just got to add it kind of slowly and whisking as we go. I'm glad my bowl is going to be big enough, I think, for the amount of milk I have. Okay, so we're going to keep whisking because we don't want to end up with scrambled eggs. So just whisk away. Little bit and whisk it there. Now I'm going to pour the mixture back into the saucepan. And we're going to just whisk it. Until the mixture is just thickened to your liking. So it looks pretty thick already. I don't know if I can show you just exactly. I'll just move this out of the way. It seems to be fairly, I think that would make a mix. Oh, great. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, does not want to stay. Okay, now I think it's thickened, as I said, enough. We're going to remove it from the heat, and we are to allow it to cool until room temperature, and then we're going to stir in liquor if using, which I am not. And then once it's cooled to room temperature, we're going to pour the eggnog into a pitcher or an airtight container and refrigerate it for 2 hours until chilled or overnight. It will thicken as it cools. All right, and then you typically would serve with a sprinkle of nutmeg. So we'll let this cool and then I'll show you the final product. And this is kind of what it looks like. It's not a very big batch, I found. You get maybe 4 tumblerfuls. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about storage time for homemade eggnog. It varies on the amount of alcohol or lack thereof used. If you have non-alcoholic eggnog, it'll keep for 2 to 3 days in the fridge. Eggnog with half to 1 cup of liquor will keep for about 1 week. Eggnog with 1.5 cups of liquor will last several weeks and continue to thicken and age along the way. Well, I hope that you will try this homemade eggnog. It certainly was something different, and it was quite tasty, I have to admit. So that's all the time we have left for at the Can Learn Library here at the North Battleford Library. We'll see you next time. Take care.